Ocho is up with us early. Says, Sean, I'm late. You know that you're up early routinely when it's 6:19 and your first thing you text is, I'm late.
Yeah, sorry I'm late.
Yeah, that's true, though. Ocho's here at 6 a.m. every day. Did you mention the ace of the staff, Mr. Brandon Lee Walter, a.k.a. Great Value Tom Glavine? I'm telling you right now, if the Astros were to be heading into maybe not a wild card series, but maybe if it went 2 out of 3, Brandon Walter is your third best starter right now.
Yes.
He's starting playoff games for you right now. If this is what you look like pitching-wise going into the postseason, he is starting playoff games for you without question, I think.
Yeah, and you could look at it from either side, right? On the one end, that's a little bit concerning given the experience and just the no-name nature of it. But also, if you're like us, like the people that are listening to this show and like you and I who watch every Astros game and watch every Brandon Walter start, you're kind of like, you know what? I am actually okay with that guy based off of what I've seen so far.
Yep.
So I'm a Brandon Walter guy. I'm actually a fan of all of the, let's call them minor league pitchers that they've had kind of come in and fill in the spot for the injured guys between Brandon Walter, Colton Gordon. All these guys have had their issues, but at the same time, you kind of understand it. I've got far less of a problem with these guys themselves as I do just the situation in and of itself that none of us can control. It just kind of is what it is. Shout out to John Lopez. But, like, just the fact that they're in this position is what I object to more than what they've actually given us. I am a Brandon Walter guy for sure.
I put Gusto in the same bucket with those. I know he was on the team to come out of camp in the bullpen, but he's had to start a bunch of games this year. You weren't expecting that.
Or has to come out there and relieve Lance, whatever he's scuffling, because now it's his long reliever role. Like it's one or the other.
Or even yesterday, it was wild watching the broadcast yesterday towards the end of the game, and Callis and Blum are sitting there talking about, and rightfully so, talking about, like, man, Abreu might have to finish this game. They're up 11-3. They've just got nobody else, and they mentioned that Gusto might be available. He's never pitched 2 days in a row before, so do you worry about what kind of impact that has on his arm? Eventually, obviously, they didn't. They brought him in. But, yeah, like it sounded weird in an 11-3 game, but they're kind of having to figure some things out because they've been so taxed on the bullpen. And that's where, boy, Lance has got to – I mean, if you're going to throw Lance McCullers out there every 5 or 6 days, he's got to give you more than 2 2/3 innings. A good Lance start can't be 5 innings with 101 pitches.
Right.
I mean, this is even when he's been good. This is kind of, he's never been an economical pitcher.
Yeah, and now he's not economical or necessarily effective, which really at some point,
it's a bad combination.
And I don't know if we're at this point now, and maybe we're there, maybe we're just getting there. But at some point, we're gonna have to have the conversation of, is this guy hurting you more than he's helping? Because, when he was coming back or in the beginning of the year, it was like, hey, luxury Lance, it's a plus. Then when he gets back, it's, hey, you need this guy. He's your third best guy at this point. And now,
and he started pitching that way for a brief spell.
For a brief spell, exactly. It kind of teased you a little bit with, and I even said it on the air. I was like, man, it's amazing how Lance McCullers continues to reinvent himself by force, because he has to with all the injuries that he's had. He's had to reinvent himself as a pitcher, and a credit to him for doing that. But now that's not looking so great. So at some point there's going to be a conversation, or it could be a conversation of what is Lance McCullers, what is the best place or the best use of him, if any at all.